제가 영어는 짧지만 우리 집단지성으로 한번 같이 봅시다. 재밌겠네요. POE2 소식이 너무 궁금한데 많이 공개됐으면 좋겠어요. 안 뜨네. 아, 이제 떠요?
The seed of corruption advances, spreading dread and despair. We must give chase.
아, 씨, 이게 얼마만에 POE2
These sands hide countless secrets.
와, 뭐야?
3,000 years of dormant malevolence. We must hunt down the seed and put an end to this madness. If Rayclast is to survive.
선생님 완전 다른 게임. 와, 존나 재밌겠다 진짜. 역시 내 사랑이야.
At ExileCon, we announced the Path of Exile 2 is a true sequel to Path of Exile.
이게
So
캐릭터
that means a new
선택장이잖아.
7-act campaign. It means a whole new skill gem system,
육링크
items, new
삭제.
monsters, character classes. All the
드루이드?
ascendancy classes are completely new. It's got cutting-edge next
전진 모드인
generation
것 같고,
graphics,
이게
as you
마을인가?
just saw. Basically, it's everything you would expect from a sequel to Path of Exile. Both campaigns will be fully playable from within the same game client. You'll be able to play through the original Path of Exile storyline or the new Path of Exile 2
와,
campaign
보스들
on the way to the
패턴 봐.
shared endgame. All of your old characters will still be playable, and of course, any microtransaction purchases you've made in Path of Exile will
와,
carry on to
패턴 봐,
the
패턴
sequel.
봐.
Welcome to Path of
게임플레이,
Exile
게임플레이.
2's second act.
액트 2
As you
보여준대요.
saw in the trailer,
아,
Act 2 is centered around a caravan
말하네요.
of Maraketh called the Ardura who live in the Vastiri Desert. You're chasing another
사막
caravan from an
맵인가 봐.
opposing tribe called the Faradun. There's a set of large ancient gates blocking the progress of the caravan through a desert pass, so you're being sent through the Traitor's Passage to unlock them. We're ensuring that each weapon type has unique and different mechanics. Each weapon class feels different to play, and today we're going to start by demonstrating the new Spear weapon class. Spears are a weapon class favoring mobility with both melee and ranged
새로운
attack
웨폰 스타일이
options.
있다는 거야?
To that end, each spear will grant you at least one mobility skill.
스피어건 뭐 이런 느낌인가? 방금 봤음?
In PoE 2, each area's mini-boss is a much more substantial fight with interesting mechanics. You'll be able to find at least one
미니보스?
mini-boss in each area of the game. One thing I love about this boss in particular is that it destroys the ceiling when it slams the ground, letting in more light. Clever players will notice that if they're standing in the light, then they're not going to have any rocks falling on their head. The rapid assault skill that we're using against this boss does 3 rapid
우와,
stabs,
피 나는 것
followed
봐.
by a 4th stab that deals more damage and can stun, if you're willing to commit to a long attack time. While developing the skills for Path of Exile 2, we were really thinking a lot about designing skills that could be cancelled early to dodge, or you can commit to the full attack for maximum damage. Now that we've arrived at the Ancient Gates, we're going to show you another of the new weapon classes in Path of Exile 2, crossbows. Crossbows
오,
are special
크로스보우도
in that they grant
생기고
attack skills implicitly. This
석궁도
particular
생기네.
crossbow grants Power Shot, which is a high damage single target attack.
파워샷이란 게
In order to modify
있네요.
what Power Shot does, you're going to need to equip bolt skill gems, which change the type of bolts that are loaded into the crossbow. Here we've got 3 different bolt skills that the character can switch between depending on the situation.
와, 이것도 재밌겠다.
Permafrost bolts can be used to disrupt packs of enemies to prevent them from closing in on your position. You can then follow up with armor-piercing bolts to do plenty of damage. Support gems that are added to
저
them will
뭐지?
modify whatever the skill is that you're using. Here we're going to add multiple projectiles to our
잼당?
incendiary bolt.
육링 잼당 모든 서포트잼을 낄 수 있는 약간
Now we're coming to another example of a Path of Exile 2 mini-boss, Li'im the Impaler.
와우. 뒤질라 그러네. 야, 이게 미니보스가 이 정도라고?
This is the perennial king, the leader of the Faradun.
와, 보스방 좁은 것 봐.
We'll finish this, but not.
Make haste! He must not escape!
네, 이거 2액트 2장 미션 보여주는 거예요. 스토리.
Quickly! He conjures the very sands against us!
와, 스토리까지 바뀐 게 너무 좋은데. 니슈.
This madness has gone on long enough.
누구야?
The king is not the man I once knew. And sands swallow me if I do any more to enable him. You plan to continue your pursuit, yes? You will not catch him. Not without me.
We cannot follow through the raging sands. Let us
디펙터?
return to the caravan and question this defector.
아니, 도둑한거 있는 걔랑 좀 다른데.
This is the Ardura caravan.
와,
your
그래픽
town
너무
in Act
좋아졌다.
2.
I ask nothing of you.
잼 안에다가 잼이 링크가 있는 시스템인 거지.
One of the
잼 안에
things we
홈이
really
있고.
wanted to do in Act 2 was to use the mobility of the caravan to allow the player to choose how they explore the act. Here you're given 4 options on how to proceed.
There is a tribe of lost men that inhabits the Mastodon Badlands. They worship the bones of those long ago beasts. And that
이게 내가 알기로는 전처럼 10장까지 있고 막 5장까지 있고 선택할 수 있다는데 그 소리인가? 여기서 분기점이 나뉘는 거야?
The king wishes to steal these objects of worship and use their lightning in war.
Once you've picked your destination, the caravan will travel to that area and come to a stop so that you can disembark and go on your quest.
캐러반으로 뭐
Because we just got the
이동하는
Storm
식인
Sphere skill as a
느낌인데?
quest reward, now would be a great time to switch back to spears and use some ranged abilities.
목적지를 고르면 캐러반을 타고 이동해서 거기서 퀘스트를 진행한다. 맞네.
Storm Spear fires a
되게
lightning
특이하다.
projectile which splits on contact.
근데 지금처럼 막 번개 화염 막 이렇게 골고루 쓰진 않을 것 같은데. 그치. 매핑용 보스용 이렇게 따로 쓰겠지 이제. 와. 아, 하코 존나 재밌겠다, 진짜. 하코 진짜 존나 재밌겠다. 미쳤다. 너무 재밌어 보인다. 와, 패턴 봐, 역겨운 거. 너무 하고 싶다. 아, 제발 저 마법사부터 때려줘. 개피잖아! 그래.
If you have any questions about what you just saw, we'll be doing a Q&A later on. While Path of Exile 2 definitely won't be released this year, we do have a Path of Exile expansion you can play 1 week from now.
너무
I'd like to
작다.
introduce Path of Exile Ultimatum.